So, if you're like me, you will have noticed, especially if you've clicked on this video, that there is more beef with Deji and KSI. So I was, harmlessly scrolling through Twitter last night and I seen that there's a KSI tweeted out. If you guys realised that Deji had made this video because of that tweet, then you're in the same position as me. There's a lot of different things I can see that's wrong with this video, and I'd just like to talk about the recorded audio and how I really believe that Deji is the one that's actually manipulating this a little bit. A lot of you guys are on Deji's side right now, judging from sub counts going up and down. Apparently the case I was losing subs or whatever. But yeah, I just want to talk about the recorded audio today. And just hear me out. I mean, if you don't like what I have to say, then dislike the video. Let me know what you really think. I don't mind. I'm just here to give my opinion on it. I like to look at everything from all angles. I like to put myself in everybody's position and, put myself in Deji's shoes. And I can see why he maybe got hurt in some things that's gone on. And I'd like to put myself in KSI's shoes and understand why he'd be pissed off at Deji. So let me know what you think. If I'm drastically wrong, a lot of people have some swayed opinions and biased opinions. I'm genuinely looking at this from their point of view. And I'm going to try to be unbiased as much as possible. I will be honest, before I start this video, I do like KSI. I do watch KSI's videos. Do I watch Deji? Not really. But yeah, I'm just going to be as transparent with you guys before we even start this video. Let's go ahead and get into Deji's clip of the whole recorded audio on Christmas thing. Now, this is a 45-minute video. I've got so much to talk about, but I'm only going to talk about this more if you guys genuinely want me to. Let's go ahead and talk about this whole recorded audio part. Let's forget about the whole 45-minute, the rest of the video and everything else that's happened. Let's just talk about why I think Deji is really the one manipulating this whole recorded audio. Anyways, let's go. Alright, so we're over on Deji's channel here, and this is a 45-minute video I'm sure you guys have all seen. And trust me, I want to talk about a lot of stuff that Deji says in this, but I'm just going to talk about this recorded audio because, Jesus Christ, I don't want a 2-hour video going up, it's too long. So Deji starts talking about this whole recorded audio clip here. So let's just listen to exactly what Deji has to say regarding this whole audio clip.
But let's move on from that. Then Christmas 2018 came. I had just come back from LA. For those who aren't aware, I shot my diss track in LA on my brother. Anyway, I had just come back from LA and I was tired and I just went straight to bed. So me and my brother, we agreed to talk. But this is where my brother's manipulation comes. This is where the whole manipulation on Christmas comes.
Okay, so let's just stop it here and let's take this step by step, because Deji has just said that they have agreed to talk, and this is where KSI's manipulation comes into play. So let's just remember that. Deji has said that he has agreed to talk with KSI. That's the important part here.
To explain it in depth. So the situation of me kicking my brother out on Christmas has been taken out of context incredibly. So my brother and I, when I was in LA, we agreed to talk. But my brother, he didn't come to talk, he came to fight. Instead of coming to talk, he threatened to smash my computer and he was acting irate.
Okay, so Deji is saying that KSI threatened to smash his computer and he was acting crazy. Alright.
He was just acting so erratic. I couldn't explain it. Upon threatening to smash my computer, I locked myself in my office just so he couldn't do so.
Okay, so now he's saying that because KSI was threatening him with smashing his computer. I know I'm stopping and starting, and you guys are probably saying, please stop doing this. We know what he just said, but it's just important to remember what Deji is saying now and then listen to how the audio clip plays out, and let's actually pretend we're in that position and see, does it sound like what Deji is saying at all in any way, shape or form. I know he's saying it's taken out of context, but if there's any truth to what Deji is saying, then there should be some sort of resemblance in the recorded audio. So let's go.
And little did I know, this whole situation, my brother was recording the whole situation. Which further shows my brother's manipulation, considering he asked to talk.
Okay, so Deji has just said, little does he know, that his brother was recording the conversation in which saying that KSI is showing his manipulation, considering he asked to talk. But Deji at the start of this said that they agreed to talk, and on top of that, Deji recorded the conversation too. So Deji kind of poking at this, saying that shows KSI's manipulation is not really valid, because that's just ironic that he did the same thing.
We agreed to talk, and he came for a fight. As I locked myself in my office, he threatened to smash the door, saying he will smash the door down. Obviously my parents stopping him. For the safety of my parents and due to his behaviour, I asked him if he could leave my house or I'll call the police. Which he recorded and took out of context completely.
So Deji is now saying that he locked himself in his room because he was threatened about, Deji, KSI, threatening breaking his door down and breaking up his computer or whatever, okay? So he locked himself in a room. So I think the best way to look at this is to look at the recorded audio from how it happened in real time. So Deji's audio came out after KSI's, and the audio happens to go from Deji really recording first. So let's just listen to the part of Deji's recorded conversation first. Okay, so this is the recording that Deji has took of KSI. And you can tell from how it sounds that Deji's definitely in a different room. And let's just listen to exactly what they say and what is said here. So his mother says, "Can I tell you something?"
No, you know what Randolph?
You know what Randolph? So this is in direct, from my opinion, she saying, "You know what Randolph?" She is asking KSI how Randolph got the clips, because you can hear, after his mother said that, you can tell that his mother really believes that KSI is the one that is supplying Randolph with the clips. As we see later throughout the 45-minute video of Deji saying that there was parts of their boxing video that was for KSI and Deji's eyes only, and that the only way Randolph would have got it is if KSI gave it to him. So she is actually asking KSI this, and this is, let's just continue. This is what KSI says. Now, he goes, no, mum. Okay? So, I'm putting myself in KSI's shoes. And if I was to come home on Christmas and, there was a little bit of issue and beef going on with the whole family, and my mother was to pick at me for how Randolph got clips of Deji, I would kind of feel like, that's kind of, why are you giving out to me about this? I mean, we've seen it countless times on other channels. We've seen it when there was Road to Shaw doing a diss track on KSI. Didn't Simon Mini Minter go ahead and send a picture of the sheets with KSI and Shauna? And Road to Shaw clearly shows that Simon sent them the messages in DMs. Aren't KSI and Simon best friends? I mean, it's not really that much of a thing. It's a banter. Like, diss tracks are all about banter. It's not real. Nobody really cares.
Problems, I feel bad for your son. I'm loving my life, banging JJ's mum.
Oh my god.
Did you know JJ wanks onto his mattress, doesn't clean it, sleeps on it, bro, that's stress. And wanna know something else completely.
Well, I mean, it's out there. We may as well talk about it now, right? I mean, that is my name. That is my WhatsApp. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I did fuck up. At this point, obviously, I have nothing against JJ, but I did send this. I know it says today. That is a lie. This was screenshotted on the day. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of there like, oh, he doesn't like the Sidemen. I admit I fucked up, and I apologize to JJ now. So yeah, I'm sorry. I have no words. Except thanks for fucking baiting me, Harry. Anyway, carry on with the video.
And that's a whole different subject that I'm getting into, but KSI didn't fall out with Simon over this. KSI knows that Simon sent them the pictures to Road to Shaw for Road to Shaw to use against KSI in the diss track, but KSI didn't say anything about it because it's not real. The diss tracks were never real. Like, if they were real and they weren't banter, there's no way Simon would have sent any of them photos. But my point being is that it's not really a big deal how Randolph got the clips of Deji with his sparring sessions and clips of Deji doing anything, like all the stuff that Deji gave out about KSI given to Randolph was so irrelevant. It doesn't even matter how Randolph got the clips. It really doesn't. Like, it's not really anything you should be fighting for or fighting over, you know. Just my take of this. So KSI has said no, and his mother has now screamed. Why has she screamed? I don't think KSI touched her. I really don't think that he has put his hand on his mother at all, because KSI, from what I know, is not like that, alright? When is KSI would never, I just don't think he would. So when I was younger, I had a friend who was coloured as well, and when I was really young, and geez, when his mother screaming like that just simply reminds me of the time when he wouldn't eat his dinner. You know, he was ungrateful. She gave out to him for being ungrateful and screamed and shouted at him, and I think that's just their natural reaction to their sons, or any, like, you know, their sons being disobedient in their eyes. So KSI says no, and she screams. Now, I don't think that KSI has hit his mother, because why would he hit his mother? He just wouldn't hit his mother. Like, let's be real here. Who would hit their mother unless you're fucking... But listen to what Deji says next.
Why are you attacking my mum?
Why are you attacking my mum? Let's be real, I don't think he attacked his mum. And there's more evidence to show that KSI didn't really attack his mum with the next recorded audio. I know I'm spending a lot of time around this recorded audio, but it's just really, really important to take every little detail into context so you can really understand this whole recorded bullshit. So there you go, that's Deji's recorded audio. Now let's go back and listen to the next part of the KSI's recorded audio, and just remember what Deji has said so far. He has said that KSI was threatening, going crazy, going irate, kicking the door down, all that sort of stuff. Let's just get back into that.
So he tweeted this out, the voice message of me saying, leave my house or I'll call the police. He tweeted that out, causing fans to just turn on me. They turned on me, not knowing the situation or why I told him to leave my house. The fans turned on me, further showing how he just manipulated the situation.
Seeing this tweet like this, it is sad. Remember, like, who wants to fight with their family on Christmas? Like, yeah. Anyways, so here's the recorded audio from KSI's point of view. And as we can hear, you can clearly hear Deji is still in the other room at this point, or at least coming out of that room now. Okay.
You came here to talk, I'm pissed. Go away, leave my house.
You came here to talk, I'm pissed. Go away, leave my house. Doesn't really sound like... It really does sound like to me that KSI did just come to talk, though. Like, he says the KSI came to fight. It doesn't sound like that from this clip so far. Like, it genuinely doesn't. It sounds like KSI has been standing at his front door the whole entire, even through Deji's recorded clip. It really does sound like KSI is in front of his own door and he's still talking to his parents. It sounds like he, to me, just walked in the front door, and that's Deji's recorded audio of him fighting with his mother. Well, arguing, I should say, not fighting or physically attacking like Deji likes to say, but yeah, it genuinely sounds like he's sitting at his front door still, and that he hasn't left there since, and Deji is only starting to come out of the room now. And it looks like because KSI had a little bit of a fight with his mother, Deji just wasn't having it. Let's just continue on anyway.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, cool.
You came on the
You need to
train.
remember, yeah, but this is my house.
Right. So it's very important to take what his mother and father say in this too. Like, listen to how they react.
You came here to talk, I'm pissed. Go away, leave my house.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, cool.
You came on the
You
train.
need to remember, yeah, but this
So you can hear KSI's father in the background saying, no, Deji, please. And that to me sounds like if KSI was really attacking his mother and he was really, you know, threatening to kick his door down and break his PC and whatever. If Deji's version of the story was real and legit and exactly how he said it, I do think that KSI's father would be telling him to get the fuck out of the house. Like, would you not? Like, I'm pretty sure if you attacked your mother, like Deji says, and your father was standing there, would you not get kicked out of the house? You would. But we don't hear that, and it's strange. Deji's mother doesn't sound like she's been attacked in any way at all either.
Deji, please.
Again, Deji goes, "This is my house," after his father says, "Deji, please." Deji then replies, "This is my house." And his father says, "Deji, please," again. There's a long, awkward, like, no talking. Like, sounds like to me, Queso is standing there just not saying anything. And Deji's made it clear he doesn't want him in the house. Okay.
I don't want him here. What the hell?
He says it again after a long pause. "I don't want him here. What the hell?"
I've already said that.
Cool.
And then he says, "I've already said that," and I've already said. So if he says, Deji has just basically hung himself here. He has basically just admitted on this recorded audio that he's already said, that means he's already said that he doesn't want KSI in the house. So if he's already said that, then everything that he said about the whole thing, them agreeing to talk, isn't true. You know, so what do we believe by listening to this? Is it or isn't it true? Did you or did you not agree to talk? It sounds like to me that Deji wasn't expecting KSI to turn up on Christmas so far. And he did. And Deji's pissed because KSI came to talk. And it would make more sense, this clip to me in my head makes more sense, that KSI and Deji didn't agree to talk. And that KSI just came up to the house to try and fix the issues. And when he came to the front door, he was confronted by his mother. And I do think that Deji got a fright. I do think that Deji wasn't expecting KSI to turn up on Christmas, so he originally locked himself in his room because he was scared. And yes, I do believe Deji was scared. Do I believe that KSI was attacking his mother? Do I believe that KSI was threatening his mother and father? No. Do I believe that KSI was threatening to kick his door down and break his valuables? No, I don't. Because, I mean, to me, I just, let's be honest, KSI has stacks. Deji has stacks. Do you really think that KSI is going to say, "Oh, I'm going to go in and kick his PC and break his PC and kick his door down"? I don't think he would. I really don't think he would think that, because what the hell is a PC and a fucking door to Deji and KSI? It's just so nothing. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it just really is nothing. Why would KSI think, "Oh, I'm going to go in and hurt this kid and break his PC"? Urgh. Just, it's only a PC. I mean, you're really, they're both loaded. I just don't think that that's true. I just genuinely believe that Deji was a little bit shocked that KSI came home. Wasn't expecting it maybe. Hid himself in his room. Then KSI had a little bit of a fight with his mother, verbally. And then Deji just took advantage of it. So far, from what I can tell. And here, breaking this all down. I mean, it makes more sense that way. It really does. In my opinion, it makes more sense that this is how it happened.
So what's the problem? No.
So, after all this case, Deji has said, nah. He's, by the way, in front of KSI now. You can tell that he is clearly closer to KSI. You can clearly tell that he's not in his room anymore. Which, by the way, he mustn't be that scared of KSI breaking his PC anymore, because he's left his room. He's now in front of KSI saying, "I don't want him in the house," hinting, saying, "I don't want him in the house." Deji's father tries to plead with him and say, "Deji, please." Eventually, KSI just turns around and says, "Nah, cool." And Deji was very relieved that KSI said that. You can tell by his his reaction just there. Nah, let him out. KSI turns around and says, "Boy," and walks out of the house.
So what's the problem? No.
Now, you can see again, his father says, "So what's the problem?" Trying to fix it, you know? Doesn't sound like Deji wants to talk to me. In all honesty, Deji is the one who doesn't want to talk in this. Because if Deji really wanted to talk, he would have talked. He would have at least tried with KSI. It doesn't sound like he tried. KSI is the one that turned up to his parents and Deji. He's the one who went back to his house at the end of the day. He's the one who tried to fix things. I don't think he went to Deji to fight. Doesn't sound like it to me. Maybe they had a discussion, a little argument with his mother. That's all it sounded like to me.
Cool, whatever. I'm leaving. I'm off.
Please, yeah, let him go.
Bye.
Further things.
There we go. There's literally so much more I'd like to talk about in all this, and yeah, I'm recording this at 10 in the morning, so you know I don't look the best. I'm fresh out of the bed, but there's so much more to all this. Like genuinely, I do see. I can poke a lot of holes in anything that Deji has been saying throughout all this video. Really, I'm being genuine about it. This too. I do see why Deji thinks, and Deji is afraid of his brother in some situations. And there's a lot of points throughout this video that I do agree with Deji has had to say, and there's a lot of points that I don't agree with him on. And I like to be as unbiased and a lot as I possibly can. It's just from what I can tell and what I can see, breaking down that whole audio clip and, you know, listening to it really, and not just listening to it one time and going off what people say and people, you know, it's, you know, you really got to look at this in depth. That's what I did today, and that's what I've done before. And you really have to put yourself in Deji's shoes and put yourself in KSI's shoes to really see if what they're saying is true. And I put myself in Deji's shoes and I try to imagine the scenario of what I heard being in that position, and it just doesn't sound like what Deji is saying at all is true. And when we see KSI's tweets, it's always my fault, couldn't be arsed anymore, shittest Christmas ever, kicked out of the house, bro says he owns the house, said he'll call the police if I stay, my parents just look boy and allow it, which they kind of did, but they didn't react how Deji, everything that KSI has said in his tweets, it fits the story, it fits the audio, it fits the recorded audio. But when you hear Deji's side of the audio, it doesn't fit. It just doesn't go by what he says. It doesn't sound to me like anything. Anyways, I've talked about this a lot. You guys have heard what I've had to say. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the tweets. I was looking at the tweets there, but yeah, you guys can see the tweets yourself if you want. But yeah, that's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm really interested to see if my opinion on watching this video with you guys has changed your opinion, or if you agree with what I have to say on it. I really do believe it. Let me know what you guys think down below of this. I'm really interested to see what you guys think on my breakdown of this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. If we can get, I don't know, 50 likes on this video, that would be insane, considering I don't have many people or any people that watch this channel. This is my other channel. Yeah, I'll make another one. Anyways, that's been it for me. Hope you guys somehow found this video interesting or intriguing. I know I will. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.